I'm Francesco Peruzzi. I work for Snam SpA, which is the Italian transmission system operator for gas. We own about 38,000 kilometers in natural gas pipelines around Europe with our associates, and we operate roughly 20 billion cubic meters of natural gas facility in terms of both storage and facilities and regasification facilities. So we are one of the most important infrastructure operators. We are also active in the field of decarbonized molecules, meaning biomethane, hydrogen, and of course CCS. And I'm working in the strategy department, so my role within the company is to oversee how the company is performing in terms of activities and vision with respect to the market and policy evolution. I saw that other infrastructure operators were attending, so I was curious to hear their points of view. For instance, on the recently announced decision by the German authority of sanctioning the new, taking a decision on the new hydrogen backbone, and also several companies active in the field of hydrogen and CCUS to discuss and hear what was the status of these markets. The panel I took part in was about the economic issues in the decarbonisation projects. So we started with a success story that was the Ravenna CCUS hub project in Italy, which is a carbon capture and storage project we are performing in joint venture with ENI. And for which we have already started operations. So it's something that is already happening in terms of decarbonisation, so it was a good way to start the panel. And then we had a really fruitful discussion that revolved around the role of the public sector, and so regulation and subsidies to help these new technologies develop, as it happened for wind and solar a couple of years ago. Yes, I especially enjoyed the debate, the involvement of the audience. It was a frank and open discussion on the benefits and costs of decarbonisation. I believe that the best way to engage with the different stakeholders is to be innovative, because we are building new value chains for decarbonized molecules and for the energy transition in general. And this means that you have to be innovative in the way you bring financial stakeholders together in your vehicles, both traditional oil and gas and energy sector investors, and also new investors that are more keen on taking on regulatory risks and energy transition risks. You have to be innovative in terms of thinking ahead of how you bring together actors along the supply chain, the off-takers of your decarbonized molecule, the producer of hydrogen, the company that is willing to install a carbon capture facility. Because without proper coordination, and also of course the public sector, without proper coordination and starting into advance, we risk missing decarbonization targets that are very ambitious but are needed to fight and win the fight against climate change. I think the Congress was quite a success. The panels were interesting. I've heard both from colleagues from my country and from other countries discussing the market's prospects of, let's say, biomethane and biogas, but also I managed to connect with people I didn't expect to meet that were involved with decarbonization projects of my own company, and we were able to exchange point of views, because when you are a supplier or a client or a manufacturer of equipment, the same decarbonization activity is viewed from a different point of view, and this was quite enriching for me also personally and professionally.